With manpower shortages within law enforcement agencies nationwide, it's physically impossible for officers to be everywhere at once. But organizations like Crimestoppers are doing more to make sure the community gets involved in solving crimes. Crimestoppers GNO is boosting their cash payouts, and President and CEO Darlene Cusanza is here with the details. Sorry, we didn't mean to show the kitchen right there. Darlene is here with us this morning. Thank you for being here to talk about this. As we've been talking about a rise in violence in the city, you guys are actually getting more calls and contact from people who know about these cases.
Definitely. We're seeing an increase in particularly, like, we saw the recent with the donut cases, and certainly the Morris Jeff shooting. I mean, people are fed up.
Yeah.
And they are just, they want zero tolerance. So for us, they understand that by sending this, however, whether it's a video feed, whether it's an Instagram post, making that phone call, all of that information is going to be critically important.
Sure.
And we are seeing it. So we're seeing an increase, and we're seeing where we're able to work a little bit closer with the NOPD to be able to get that feedback, quicker back to us, so that people are earning their rewards very quickly. So
definitely.
Like in the shooting case at Morris Jeff, we're going to have one reward that's going to be paid out very shortly on that.
Okay.
And on the car donuts, we also had 12 tipsters. So we have split that reward, 12 tipsters. And for each of those tipsters, there's about a $500 average reward. But considering it probably took them 1 minute to upload that information to us, and it proves so valuable. That's the message here, that everybody is playing a part.
Yeah.
And I think they are embracing that now.
And you told me you're trying to get the payments out to people quicker. How long does it typically take?
Definitely. So in cases like that, where we can turn around with NOPD or law enforcement within 3 weeks, someone who called in, given us the tip, and then we can go ahead and make that, once the arrest is made, we can go ahead and make that payout. And for us this year, I think our average payout was over $900. So for citizens who are interested in about the reward part of that, certainly $900 can go far a long way. On homicides, $2,500. But more importantly, we are going to help make it a little bit more safer, because these citizens, these individuals are going to be apprehended once that tip comes through.
Definitely. And we, of course, talk about and report on all these crimes all the time. We're constantly telling people to call into Crimestoppers. So it is good to hear that if people have information, they've learned that they can call you guys and stay safe.
Definitely. And I can tell you, just since inception of this program, and I've been here 27 years, and I've seen a lot of things change, but Crimestoppers has paid out over $2.6 million in cash rewards, and that's over 18,000 felony crimes solved from community or citizens' anonymous tips. And we can't say it enough that it is anonymous, so we're not asking you to be a witness. We need witnesses, but we're just asking you to come forward and play a role, be part of helping the process, and they're listening.
And how far does that tip have to lead? Does it have to lead to an arrest for the person to get money?
It has to lead to an arrest for the person to get money. Now in our school system, that's quite different. We're looking for any type of action that can make it safer. So if we apprehend a weapon from campus before it gets to campus, that student actually in our local program is eligible for a reward. But in the adult side, there is an arrest has to be made, and then on a homicide, we pay half on arrest and half on indictment.
Okay, gotcha. And yeah, this really is about helping the community, I think, in a way feel empowered too, that they have a role in stopping the violence in their communities.
Definitely. I think we're all looking for ways to hold the system accountable. I think that's the message that we're hearing, across the board. I've been to 2 recent crime meetings on carjackings that happen in different neighborhoods, and people need to feel safe that they can go out and get gas or drive home from someplace and not be followed. So that's what they're looking for. They're not only looking, how can I make a difference? And I can tell you, in both of those cases that I recently was involved with, their home doorbell cameras, Ring or whatever kind of camera you could have, proved very valuable in tracing the information of what happened. The other thing, it shows that these crimes happen very quickly. So in many instances, it's less than a minute there that the suspects are with those victims. But using that footage, uploading it to Crimestoppers is the first step. And then of course for us, it's following how we can better send that information and work with NOPD. The other thing I want to say that we did recently is we actually hired a retired detective to work with us on our tip side. And we did that because we needed to be able to make sure that we're sending information in a way to NOPD, with a lack of manpower, but in a way that they can better use the information.
Yeah, that seems like it would be helpful.
So it's all working holistically, and that's what the citizens are asking for.
Definitely.
Finding the solutions.
I know there is an announcement about crime fighting this morning at 10, and you guys are actually part of that. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yes, so I don't want to preempt what the announcement would be, but there's over 100 organizations, businesses, civilian organizations, community organizations that are coming forth to kind of lay out a 2-point plan. And I think that they're looking at it as a holistic, approach. And obviously we have to solve issues now that are currently affecting public safety, and then we have to look long term. I mean, how do we help our youth, find a better path, give them the resources that they need? So I think the communities, we've listened to the community. We're hearing this at the different types of meetings that's being held, and this group is going to put money behind it to kind of make sure that these things happen and hold all of the players in the system accountable.
Yeah, definitely. All very important stuff here. Darlene, thank you so much for those updates. Guys, remember, to make a tip to Crime Stoppers is easy, and it only takes a minute. Just call 504-822-1111, or you can download the Crime Stoppers Say It Here free smartphone app. Peyton?
It is 8:16.